I think yes.
Okay, yeah, I see a little thing that says live right now. I still can't see you or anything, but now it says live. Okay.
It's okay. I can see me. I can see you. That's all that matters. Okay.
Um,
Maybe we'll edit this part out. All right. So, hey guys, whoever's watching in the BJJ world, especially you female BJJ people, I'm Serena Moffness, and this is a rendered Invincible interview with Dominyka. Uh, okay, you were gonna explain how we pronounce your last name.
yeah,
So,
it's okay. We can do this like together. You can sound it out. It's
okay.
all
All
le
be le
ni
ni
te.
te.
Obelenite.
Obelenite.
Yeah,
Wow. I
yeah, it's
think I
pretty good.
have that gift of pronunciation because that was.
There was one girl in middle school that did it perfectly, and she thought it was such an accomplishment. She went around saying, "Hey guys, I know how to pronounce your name. Oh my god, amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, it's an accomplishment. Okay, sorry, have a difficult name."
But I think your name is pretty cool, like Dominika. That sounds like, I mean, like I just said, like a Lithuanian goddess or something.
You're
Pretty
giving me
cool.
too much credit there. It's not. I go by Dom, so it's like a lot less glamorous when you say it like that. So I like.
Yo,
Well, your
Dom.
name is pretty awesome too. I mean, like give yourself credit too.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, yeah, mine is pronounced uh, Sir
So,
N. Yeah. Pretty easy.
yeah, I like it though. I like it more than like Serena.
Yeah. The way we pronounce my name, um, it's like a, because I live on Guam, so
Yeah,
the way we pronounce things is like came out like Serena instead of Serena. So
I like Serena. I like it more. So
thank you.
you're welcome.
Hmm.
You're totally welcome.
I just did a hair flip, even though you couldn't see it.
Oh god, I've been doing them like for like half an hour now. It's just my thing. It always gets in my face. Look, it's so freaking annoying.
You have beautiful long hair. I used to have like really long hair.
So freaking.
Oh my goodness, the people watching this, like if it was a guy, he'd be
I
like, "Oh my
know,
goodness,
like,
stop
but
talking about your hair."
like everyone, Marcelo even was like, Dominica, when are you gonna cut your hair? I'm like, never, because I love it. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, never, don't do it. Don't do
It's
it.
all because when I was younger, I saw Leticia Rivero fight, and I saw her beautiful like whip of hair, and I was like, I really want a braid like that. So figure it out.
No, every girl has that dream. Like seriously, I have that dream.
Of course.
Like the braid, the ponytail braid things.
I'm so confident that you can totally achieve that. Just don't cut your hair for like a year, and you're good.
Okay, all right. And then I'll take a picture of my braid and I'll send it to
Oh,
you.
thanks. Come on. You gotta
Yeah,
try
show
it.
you so you can be proud.
I will be proud. You won't disappoint me. I know already.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And speaking of that, I was thinking that since you're gonna be on YouTube a lot more, you should do like a
Ooh.
hair tutorial.
Woo! Where did that come from? I want to be on YouTube more. No, a
I
hair
know.
tutorial? I don't do anything with my hair though. Like I shampoo and I condition. Like what? No, I don't do anything.
No,
I
you
will
should do like
have
a
to like
hair tutorial of your like competition hair. So
um
like, like the Mulan thing,
where
like,
she cuts it off with a sword.
but
I
you
should do
instead,
that. Okay.
when you
Yeah,
put on your gi,
hmm
you can just be like braiding your hair, like you have someone like
hold my
video you
hair.
in the back or something like that.
Holding my hair, helping me. Okay, yeah, I see. I
Yeah,
see me together. You can help me
yeah,
with it. You can help me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Sometime.
Well, I'll see you when we do that. then
I'll see you. You better be there holding my hair, okay?
yeah,
That's a deal.
fine.
Okay, yeah, it's a deal. Done.
Okay, it's a deal. Cause like seriously, there is no like video tutorial on how to like,
Do
the
something here.
BJJ video braid tutorial
See,
for
like, I feel
women.
like somebody should come up with, like, an Instagram account or, like, a Vine account or something that, like, shows, like, a funnier and more, like, real side of BJJ that's, like, this is how girls tie their hair before competition, and, like, this is what it looks like after, and it's a mess, and it's hard to deal with all this stuff, and, we get
Yeah,
it, we relate. Also,
yeah,
on cutting and diets and getting nervous and, like, people throwing up and having to run to the bathroom, like, that's real. Like we don't just sit there and we're not just like waiting to compete all happy, It's like
for real.
you gotta mention this stuff.
By all means, you can, man, you can go into detail. We can start that way. Yeah, because I'm really interested in hearing about, I guess, how you prepare for competition.
Well, how I prepare for competition? Well, first of all, I usually have to cut weight for competition. That's what's happening right now for pans. That's what happened last year, and that's well, cutting weight is one thing, and then I train like I always train. Like this year, I've been training every day, so that hasn't changed. I haven't increased or decreased. It's just been like that. But last year for Worlds, I think I trained a little bit more. Since I couldn't train every day last year because of high school, I usually I guess trained like 5 times a week. And when Worlds was coming around, I was training like more than 7 times a week. So
Wow.
I increased training, and then I guess like that's it for before the competition. I mean, during the competition, I just kind of like to be by myself in the bullpen, not really talk to anyone. It's just I think if I talk to people and get all happy and silly, then I'm just gonna lose focus.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, even though not the best feeling to be nervous and waiting to like go and fight, I still kind of like it. It's kind of, even though I'm nervous, it kind of calms me down at the same time because I'm just like in my zone and I'm preparing. And I'm usually listening to music at the time, so that helps too.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's a awesome way to look at it. Like it's a calming situation as well, even though it's
Yeah,
like pretty nerve-wracking, you know.
it
I've
is
never
pretty.
been to Worlds.
Never? You should totally go. You should go this year.
I know. I gotta. Okay, I'll
The
go.
experience in itself is amazing. Like, come on. You gotta do it at least once.
I know. I got to. I will. That is one of my goals, but um, I will. And when I grow out my hair and I braid it, and I'm ready.
You grow out your hair and you change your name to Serena. Then you go to world.
I'll be an entirely different person.
I mean, yeah. World changes you.
Yeah. Wow. So when was your? I know that your first Worlds was like at purple belt.
No, my first world was when I was a green belt. I was
Oh yeah, of
yeah, I
course.
was
There's a
12. I was
yeah.
12, and I did juvenile in the
Awesome.
blue belt category. So I kind of snuck in and like got a blue belt. Also, yeah, I was 12, and the cutoff year was like age. I'm sorry, was 16.
Yeah, right?
Also different. And
Nice.
I got second. I lost to Mackenzie Dern in the finals.
Wow, that's an honor at least.
It was pretty awesome. I mean, I did like Worlds a lot after
Wow. Goodness gracious.
that.
I did not know that you did all that, but obviously it was a secret because
No, it's not. It's just like nobody really knows. So nobody
Oh,
really knew
okay.
when I started. They just know I started young and that like I did a couple things. But there's
That's cool. So then that was your first Worlds, and then how many Worlds did you do after that?
well, I did the worlds. The worlds after that, I lost. I think Or actually, no. I'm confusing myself. I know that the next worlds that I remember was when I was 14. I did
Okay.
move out adult, and I was in the adult category for the first time. So I won my division in lightweight, and
Okay,
yeah, I
great.
was 14 at the time. And then after that, I did when I was 15, I did pro belt worlds, and I
Yeah.
won. I got second in my division, which was middleweight, and then I won absolute. Uh,
Wow.
and then I got suspended. Well, not really suspended, but like they didn't allow me to compete because of my age.
I actually remember that going around.
Yeah,
This
it's like a
one.
whole thing. But I mean, to this day, I'm like the only person on the IBJJF ranked website that's like a purple belt juvenile. It's amazing. It's like just me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So actually, funny story. I wasn't since my parents and I knew about the whole band situation. We weren't really planning on going to Worlds, but we bought. I think we bought the tickets anyway, just so we can go and like watch and like experience it, and so I could pick up like my medal that I got for not competing and just being in the division. But
Yeah.
while I was there, I also had SATs coming up, and I could only take. I distinctly remember I could only take them at the time because anytime after that, I just was not available to be taking them. So I told my dad, like, I'm gonna take the SATs in California. I'm gonna take them the day of the competition.
Nice.
I signed up to do the SATs in like one of those. I don't know. It wasn't UCLA. It was probably. I actually forget. It was like some college nearby. They were like hosting the whole. That there was a venue for the SATs. So I like the day that I'm supposed to receive my medal. Go there. I take my SATs. Then my dad rushes like to pick me up because apparently I'm late to receive my medal. And then we
Wow.
go there. I put my gi on. I get my medal, and we're done. And actually, the SAT score that I got over there was the best score that I got out of all the times I took it. So I think
Wow.
California is a lucky place for me.
Yeah, well, you're probably like just super happy and like in the zone and like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take this SAT.
I'm ready to take the SAT. Yeah, and then after the whole like well after I turned 17, then I was allowed to compete again, and then I did the worlds last year as a brown belt, and I won my weight in middle heavy. So that was
Wow.
so
Yeah, I read that too. I did my research.
yeah. So
No,
4 worlds so far, yeah.
what?
4 worlds.
4 worlds.
Yep. Well, four
Dang.
worlds like genuinely competed in. I don't count receiving my medal for doing nothing else.
Okay. Well, that's really more accomplished than like, you know, just the average person probably only get one time
Well, one
or
time is still a lot.
yeah,
And I commend anyone that goes out to do worlds.
yeah. That's awesome. 4 times.
Four times.
So like you're probably like, I mean, do you still fill the name? Sorry, I'm just totally getting mixed up with my words. Do you still feel the same nerves that you felt
In the
when you
beginning.
first started?
I mean, in the beginning, it was. Well, first of all, my world stories are kind of funny too because I don't really remember how I felt during my juvenile world. I was probably really nervous because it was my first world and I was like really putting a lot of pressure on myself and like expecting myself to win. And
Yeah.
my the blue belt worlds I did when I was 14, I had my rib popped out
Yeah.
the 2 weeks before, so I had to get it popped back in a couple of times with the chiropractor, and I was just in such pain, and my rib was hurting so much. And my parents weren't expecting me to go do worlds. They were like, "No, you gotta stay. Like you're injured. No, stop. Don't do that." And I was like, "No, like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be stubborn. And I'm gonna go." And
Wow.
the pain was like really, really bad, and I got prescribed these painkillers, and I don't know what the painkillers were, but they started giving me fever, and I just was not feeling good. Like I had headaches, like my stomach was hurting really bad. I couldn't really eat. I didn't really have an appetite or anything, and I ended up losing a lot of weight even though I didn't have to. So I came into the. I remember I woke up the day I was supposed to compete, and my dad was like, "Come on, just like try to do an omoplata to me." And I was in so much pain, and he was just like, "How are you gonna compete, kid? Like, what are you doing?" And I just went out there, and the first match, I remember the girl was able to pass my guard, and she got 3 points. And at that point, I just kind of thought to myself, I was like, this is like the point in the fight where you either decide that you want to keep going or you just quit, you know? And I was
Yeah.
like, no, no, I don't really want to quit. Like I came all this way, so let's just get it over with. And I took her back and I won the fight, and then I won every fight like after that. So I was like, wow,
Wow.
that sure turned around.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it was
You know what you
cool.
did? You
What?
pulled a Luana Alzaguer
I did.
victory.
I did.
She her throat like something
Your sound is
broke up.
going a little off.
Did it break up?
No, your sound was like a little bit weird at when you were explaining Luana. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Okay. So, but yeah, she broke like four ribs, I think, like in the
Yeah.
2012 Worlds.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Something ridiculous.
Wow. So, how did you like? I mean, you didn't even feel the pain anymore, or?
I mean, I think because of the adrenaline, I felt it less, and I didn't really think about it that much. And it was honestly like the pain that I remember, it was really, really bad. Like it hurt to breathe. I couldn't take deep breaths. It really hurt to like sneeze and cough. So
Yeah.
it was pretty bad, but I guess it wasn't that so bad that it would keep me from competing and keep me from doing well.
You
So
know why?
why?
Because you're
don't
because you're an avatar.
say it. Don't say it.
Yeah, or what's your name? I was gonna call you Luana.
Oh no,
Like
please
seriously, no joke.
don't do that either.
Okay, well that's awesome, and I really admire you about that, even though you're like younger than I am. Like I'm 20.
You're 20, so we're not that much different.
Yeah,
2 years.
but yeah, so I really admire you though, and just like, I mean, if I was ever in that situation, I hope that I will have that like inner strength to be able to fight like that. Because, dude, that's like
I think
total
what helps
warrior
is
status.
when the people around you are thinking like, what is she doing? Like she can't possibly compete. She can't possibly like do those moves, and she can't possibly win. I think that kind of like helps you not really care about the situation. You're just like, I'm just gonna give it my all and hope for the best. I think that really helps.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like when it's all around you and you're there for a purpose and you don't want to like just kind of leave not feeling like you didn't do anything
Yeah,
for your
exactly.
best.
Oh, what is this noble hair?
I know, I'm like looking at my hair too, like
Let me
fixing
just
my
fix it
bangs.
real quick. Let me just fix it. Okay, now we're better. Oh, okay, good. Now it's gonna be out of my face.
I
Okay.
like that.
I like it too, even though I can't see it.
Yeah, too bad you can't see me. You can't tell me which is wrong or which is right, because I'm just kind of like, okay, there.
You could
Okay.
be, you could be like flashing gang signs in my face for all I know. Like I don't even can't tell what you're doing.
No, I'm good. Yeah, right. Okay, there, my bangs. So, okay, I think we started off at a good. You did your worlds, and then like, so you were green belt like by 14.
I was a green belt until
Or 12, 12, sorry.
yeah, when I was 12, I think I remember being I remember competing under blue belt for a long time, but I was only a legitimate blue belt for like a couple of months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I did a quick jump. I don't know. I think I was a blue belt when I did Worlds at 14. I think I was a blue belt, but I'm not sure.
Well, obviously it wasn't very long because you can't even remember. So
Obviously
then,
not.
so how did you feel when you like when Marcelo? So I'm sorry, Marcelo has been your coach or your professor for since you started jujitsu?
No, I actually, I had a couple of schools. I started out originally in this school called Performance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Fairlawn, New Jersey, and it was a Gracie Humaita affiliate. And after, I actually met like one of a few of my better friends in Jiu-Jitsu, JT Torres and Jay Hayes there. And the two of them, they decided to move to Team Lloyd Irvin, just because they felt like the training would be more challenging and like more suitable to their like lifestyles.
Yeah,
So I went along with them because I felt the same way, and plus
yeah,
because JT and Jay like they gave me private lessons and they were like the two guys that I learned most of my techniques from. So I followed suit, and then I was with Team Lloyd Irvin for some time. I think I was still under Team Lloyd Irvin when I competed in Blue Belt Worlds when I was 14. I think so. I think that was the last year I was with them, and then I moved to Marcelo's. And
yeah,
I left Team Lloyd Irvin a little bit before I went to Marcelo's, just because it wasn't anything like bad or political or anything. It was just because I couldn't make it to the actual gym in
yeah,
Maryland. It was too far. It was like too long. The trip was like 4 or 5 hours, and I just couldn't make it out there. And my dad and I decided that like it would be better if we probably like find a better school. So
yeah,
um, so then we went like gym hopping a little bit, trying to find something, but a lot of gyms were pretty demanding about joining them right away and
yeah,
joining Gracie Baja or like Enzo Gracie or like some team like right away. And then my dad was like, "There's a girl, Emily Kwok. She's really good black belt at Gold's Gym, and she's teaching women's classes." And then I took one of the classes, and from then on, I started taking privates with Emily. And I saw how much she improved my game, and she was really helping me out a lot with just like everything and like tightening up any loose ends that I had.
yeah.
And he was the one who actually recommended for me to go to Marcelo's, and that's basically why I'm at Marcelo's today. So I'm really grateful for her for that.
Wow,
Yeah.
awesome. And I'm sorry, how long have you been at Marcelo's?
I think it's been 3 or 4 years that I've lived in Marcelo.
Wow,
Yeah.
great. And then from there, you got your blue belt?
I got my blue belt, purple belt, brown belt from Marcelo. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. That is very interesting. I'm sure people will be very interested to know that because, yeah, I mean, to first be at, where was it again? In New Jersey, like a Gracie Baja or,
It was a Gracie Humaita affiliate
oh
in
yeah,
France.
Gracie Humaita.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, and New Jersey is like, I'm sorry, I live in Guam, so like my geography is really bad. I don't know. I live in like a tiny island.
I live in New Jersey, really close by New York. It's North New Jersey. So
Okay.
it's like on a good day, no traffic, like half an hour to an hour drive to New York.
Okay, and it takes you that time to get to Marcelo's?
Well, now it doesn't, just because I live in New York because of school and stuff. So I take a 20-minute subway ride. So it's pretty good.
Okay,
Pretty good.
that's pretty fast, yeah. I live in like, okay, I can't really describe it like,
Wait, did you say a cave?
what?
You live in a cave?
What? Do I live in a cave? Wait, you broke up, what? Hello?
No, I was asking if you said you live in a cave. Can you hear me?
Do I live in a cave?
Are you laughing at the fact that you can? Yeah, cave.
Yes,
That's what
I
I
do.
heard. I'm sure you don't live in a cave. I don't have like a terrible outlook on people in your home. I really don't.
I don't. Okay. Well, no, my it takes me like about 30 minutes to get to my gym. So, but we also have like a gym location, another location like further north on Guam, so it's like maybe like 45 minutes to an hour as well. So, awesome. Okay. So like when did you do any other sports before jiu-jitsu?
Uh, no, not really.
Not
When
really?
I was 8, I think. Yeah, when I was 8, I started doing regular like Japanese style jiu-jitsu, which was just like punching and kicking and sparring and all that stuff. And I got into it just because my elementary school, I was bullied by this one little punk kid, and my parents were just like, "Oh, it'd be a good idea for you to learn how to defend yourself." So then I started taking classes there, and then I bopped that punk kid in the face, and then he never bothered me again, and then he became my best friend eventually. Weird.
Really?
Yeah, because he started following me around, and he always wanted to play tag with me. So I don't know. It was a
Oh.
weird situation. And then when we moved to New Jersey from New York, um, then my dad went on the hunt for more Japanese style jiu-jitsu places. And I went to like one taekwondo too, and I didn't really like it. I didn't really like all the weird punching and kicking and stuff that we did. So he found a Brazilian jiu-jitsu place, and when I visited there, I was like, oh, what's this? You know, like, let's try this out. And then this happened. Yeah.
Then the rest is history.
The rest is history. Exactly. Very nicely said.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You started with Japanese jiu-jitsu and then you kind of just never really did anything else. You just did jiu-jitsu after that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I honestly think that people that do jujitsu, they're pretty, like, they're not really good at other sports. No, well, and of course, it's not true for everyone. That's just my case because, like, basketball, I'm terrible at basketball. I'm so bad at basketball. And people always expect me to be good at it because I'm tall. And I'm like, no, I'm so uncoordinated. I can't do any of that. I can't make baskets. I can't run. I can't dribble. I can't block people. I can steal the ball, but then it gets stolen
No,
right
you
back
can
from me.
take your hair and you can
Just
like do
That's a good idea. I do that in training, so it would probably work out for me, right? And basically, that's the same thing for every single other sport except for speedball. I'm good at speedball or handball.
wait, sorry. Okay, there. Um, the thing kind of was showing that, that person icon on the
Oh no,
screen.
I don't know that person I know because I can't see anything. Let me see. Let me look at
No, you're
person.
okay now. You're okay. You're good.
Okay, no, I don't see it. I just see your face and the flowers, like I told you before.
Yeah, that other face there, it's hard to explain, but I had to like sign into an extra Gmail account,
Mhm.
and then I'm using my iPad right now
Mhm.
to to show the video thingy at me, even though you can't see me, because it's better video quality. Because my laptop is like really outdated,
Oh,
and yeah. Okay, so so you started jujitsu like after Japanese jujitsu, and you got started because this punk kid got rid of him.
Well, yeah, I got started. Well, I actually basically got started because my parents were like, go do this. Go do this, chubby child. Stand up
Did
for
you say
yourself.
chubby child?
I was such a chubby child. I
Oh
was
my
so
goodness,
chubby.
I was super chubby
You
too.
you can see it like in my face right now. I have these cheeks of doom, which when you look at me like this, you can see the cheeks. When I turn, it's like, oh, they're kind of gone, but then they're back again, gone.
That's why when I take pictures, I'm
Yeah,
like angled
yeah.
because I have chubby cheeks too. Like,
It's like it's just a plague, the chubby cheek plague.
I don't know.
What are
We
you
should
gonna
just
do?
embrace it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Chubby
it
cheeks.
kind of is a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't like my cheeks. But yeah, I was pretty chubby too. And I think maybe that's why I really liked jujitsu because I was like, I'm tired of people calling me chubby.
I'll show all you people. I'm gonna go
Oh,
take you down now.
yeah, right?
That's a great
I'll
reason.
break your arm.
That's a great reason.
Yeah. Well, did you even like, I mean, it seemed like you did, but did you like BJJ at first?
When I first started it,
Mm-hmm.
well, I was kind of indifferent when I first started because I was kind of used to doing the Japanese style jiu-jitsu. So it was just kind of like a thing that I did. I mean, I didn't like it initially just because it was not a very widely known sport, and I was kind of tired of explaining to everyone what it was, and like I was kind of sad about the fact that it wasn't like on any school teams or anything like that. Like I couldn't be on a team for the school or anything like that, and that was kind of sad. And then when I was in like eighth grade or seventh grade, I started to really not like it. I just started getting so frustrated with it. But like I completely attribute that to being an annoying teenager and just like I feel like teenagers have this tendency to be really lazy and they feel like I just don't want to do anything right now. I just want like my schedule to be free so I can
Yeah.
lay on my bed, watch movies, and eat Cheetos all day. And I was going through that stage. I mean, I feel like everyone goes through that stage, and I didn't really like it at that point. But this goes along with like a question that you had for me about the best advice anyone's ever given me.
Yes.
At the time, I was taking privates from JT,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty often, and we like
Wow.
kind of had this like opening up session where I was just like, yeah, like I don't know if I like this anymore. Like I don't know if this is for me. And he told me that even if I don't like it, I shouldn't stop doing it, and I shouldn't like just eject it out of my life. I should still like at least do it like once a week. Maybe not like do competition style training, but at least like do some technique just to keep it in my life, just to keep it in my schedule. And like that is I think the most useful piece of advice ever because just like I grew well of course I'm 18 so I'm not really old, but I grew up into somebody that really loves and just appreciates this sport and I realized what, like, essentially what a dumbass I was when I was in eighth grade hating it. And it was just because I was lazy. I didn't realize how beneficial the sport was for me, like, health wise, and it was giving me so much confidence, and,
Yeah.
that really helped.
I think like everybody has that when they start jujitsu and they start to do it a lot and sometimes well you got some people who go in or maybe most people, I don't know, but like when I went in too, even though I was like 17 when I went in,
You were
but
17.
like yeah, I was 17 and I was like wanting to do it and like I wanted to compete and then I started to like burn out and feel like I don't know if this is for me and people, I that was like one of the best advice too
Yeah.
in jiu-jitsu too. It's like, yeah, you're not always gonna like it,
Yeah.
but just by continuing to do it, and that's cool how he said JT. Actually, JT, he's come to Guam for
Yeah, yeah.
seminars.
I think one of my former teammates, he used to be on Team Leader with me. He's not on the team anymore. Frank Camacho. I think he's from
Yeah,
Guam. Yeah.
he just had
And
a
JT came to Guam a few times, I think, for like seminars and stuff and for training. So,
yeah, yeah. Um, they were well, I don't really know the entire story, and this isn't about politics or anything,
yeah.
but
Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat now. Now that you said politics, even though you said it's not about it.
no, I don't know. No, no, no. 'Cause they would, well, I mean, they still come no matter what, but um, our gym used to be affiliated with Lloyd Irvin,
Yeah.
so they're no longer affiliated.
Yeah.
Affiliated. So with that aside, um,
Now that we got that over with,
yeah.
okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, Frank Camacho. He just had a PXC. It's kind of like a UFC, but Guam. So it's a PXC,
Yeah.
Pacific Extreme Combat, or Championships. I don't really know. Anyways, but he just had a big fight and he won. So
Oh, that's
he's really
good.
awesome.
Good for you, Frank. Congratulations.
Yay, Frank! And we'll tag him in this.
Okay, good. You're gonna watch the entire thing and be like, "That's me." Oh, yes.
We'll make you famous, even though you're already pretty much well known. Okay, so that's a great piece of advice, and I really agree with that. Because even me, I'm going through that, and you started like at a younger age, and
Yeah.
but I think everyone kind of, no matter how old you are or young you are, you kind of get to that point, and like what JT told you, Dom, um, that yeah, you should just stay in it. And yeah, I think the competition training, like if you just kind of look at jiu-jitsu, you step back and look at what it really is and what it can offer instead of just thinking like I have to do competition and win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
won't really burn out and you won't feel like, why am I doing this? I mean, it's
Yeah.
natural to feel that way, but to like step back and look at jujitsu like that, it's like it really is a growth like phase
Yeah.
that you're describing.
It's definitely a growing experience.
Yeah. Um, that's a piece of advice that JT gave you, and JT's an awesome black belt. I mean,
He is.
yeah,
Thank you
very talented. He's awesome. But do you think that goes in line with the other question that I had about what is a quote that you live by?
Oh my gosh. No, not at all. I think, I was actually thinking about this, and I don't really have a quote per se that I live by,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite quotes of all time is by my favorite artist, Salvador Dali, and the quote goes like this, I'm not on drugs. I am drugs. And
Ooh.
I love it. Like,
That
it's,
sounds like you.
I feel like, really? You think so? I think.
I mean, no, not that you seem like you're on drugs, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on drugs, I just am them because people get really happy and weird around me, so I guess.
yeah.
Same
Well,
effect? Yeah.
yeah, I think you're really like personable, and then sometimes I feel like this natural high around you. Like, I don't know.
Oh, and we've only known each other for like, what's it been, like 50 minutes? 50 minutes! Record time for friend making.
I don't know. See, that's an awesome quote, and that is so true.
Yeah, I love that
Moving
too.
on. No.
Okay, moving on once again.
Next question. Okay. No, that's great. And he's an artist.
He is. He's my favorite artist of all time.
Okay, let's talk about Dom. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
um,
what? Art?
your
Yeah?
art.
Okay, let me
Tell
fix
the
my hair
world.
for this because this is a really important thing right now. Art,
Yeah,
okay. I like art. I like making art. Um,
nice.
I don't really know how prominent it's going to be in my future. I don't really think per se that visual artists especially can make a ton of money or at least make even a decent living doing what they do, hence the whole starving artist thing.
Yeah.
But I would for sure love to in the future, maybe after I have some money or something from hopefully day trading or working for an
Yeah.
investment bank, to perhaps open up my own gallery or just like showcase my works or something because that's something I'm actually really interested in. I do like making art and
Yeah. Well, you're very talented, and
oh, thank you.
yeah, on your Instagram posts, I'm just like, dang, that girl has got skills. Like,
Yeah, follow me
seriously.
on Instagram. Y'all see it. Y'all.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't following Dominyka on Instagram, or, well, I don't know, do you want people to follow you?
Sure, why not? That'd be great.
Well, if
I
you
have
want to see
weird
her
pictures.
beautiful art,
Yeah, and weird pictures of my art too.
no, seriously though, your art is pretty awesome. Like,
Thank you.
and
What's
like,
your What's your favorite thing so far of everything that I've drawn? What's your favorite thing?
you know what? I like that you drew like a face. Like it was like, well, it wasn't a whole face. Um, it was like
Half
a
a face?
part, huh?
It was like half a face.
Yeah.
Was it
Or
turned like this, or
yeah,
was it
actually,
just like half down the
I think,
middle?
I think I saw one too that was turned, right?
It was turned, right?
I like that one, but even the one that was like down the middle,
Down. Okay, yeah.
yeah, I like that one too.
I'm glad you do.
Is that you?
No, none of.
No.
I've never drawn my. Oh my God, I'm taking an art class right now, and I'm thanking God right now that we haven't had to do self portraits yet because I'm terrified. I am terrified of that. I do not want to attempt my own face.
You're gonna draw your face and then look at it and be like,
No,
no.
let's make it fun. Let's,
No, I'm sure it'll be really
make that
good.
fun. Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be really good.
I hope so.
And yeah, and I mean, I too, I like drawing. You know, it's weird because like we seriously connect on so many levels.
You, how come I haven't seen any of your drawings though?
Well, I'm seriously not as talented as you are,
Okay,
but
I doubt that. Like, okay, so let's backtrack 1 second. I am taking an art class that is a basic art class, okay? And I think half the people in there just haven't ever really drawn anything, or at least have tried to draw something like big. And their drawing styles are so cool. Like even I guess if you showed like an elementary school art teacher, they'd be like, oh, like it doesn't really look real, or like, oh, it doesn't really look realistic. It's like, no, it looks really cool. Like the
yeah,
proportions are weird. It's like abstract. There's like elements of cubism involved. Now it just looks cool. It looks like
yeah,
a style of a person, and I firmly believe that you just can't mess up art. Like even if you think that you're not talented, you can just draw a circle and it could be like the next big thing.
real, yeah, that's so true. And okay, you know what? When I see you
Okay.
and when I have my hair braided, I will
Okay.
also have my sketch pad.
I'm glad. And we can just sit together, preparing
hmm
to compete, not talking, braiding each other's hair, and drawing. Okay.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna be like the t most talented girls on the mat.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, "What's up with those two? They're like drawing. What's wrong with you?"
And they're like braiding their
I
hair.
It's like, no, go away.
Yeah, it'll just be between us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. We got this. Okay. Do you like using what's your favorite like drawing tool?
Like medium, I'd have
Like
to
what?
say medium, like
Okay.
pencil, paint. I like marker. Marker is probably my favorite because it's
Yeah.
easy to control and I like colors. Probably marker.
Nice. The only well, of course I've tried marker and like pencils and pens, but um yeah, so I really don't know that much about art, but like I've been drawing since I was very little, and my uncle, he bought me like this cool set of charcoal pencils,
Hmm.
and I guess I really liked it because that was like the first real artsy thing that I had to sketch and stuff.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, I've actually charcoal is kind of difficult though.
Charcoal is
I guess I
difficult.
just like pencil.
It moves around a lot, you know? And
Yeah.
if you accidentally place your hand in the middle of the paper, oh my god, it's like ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, charcoal is kind of difficult.
You know what though? I think that your art and your talent and your skill and your ability to draw and just keep drawing and have that a part of your life, I think that actually does probably help your jujitsu because yeah, because I was talking
I
to
want to hear how. I really want. I'm interested now. I want to give excuses to people. Feel like for like you're not training. I'm like, you know what? Drawing is helping me too. Shut
you know
up.
what, girl? Seriously, this is like some real Japanese jujitsu samurai philosophy right here. Here.
I'm all ears. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm gonna butcher the quote or whatever philosophical way of saying this is, but basically there's this jujitsu, I think he's jujitsu, or no, he was a samurai.
He's a
He
samurai.
probably practiced jujitsu or something.
So this is for real. I thought you were like
Girl, this
playing
is for real.
back there, but this okay for real. Okay,
This is like our jujitsu like roots right here, or
okay.
whatever.
I'm listening.
Yeah, okay. So this man, I forgot his name. Starts with an M and it's like Mitsu, I forgot. Anyways, so there was a guy, but he's like a writer and he's a swordsman, samurai, I guess. And he was saying how practicing other arts actually helped his swordsmanship.
Oh,
And so he in Japan they have calligraphy,
yeah.
and they also have like this Japanese musical instrument, kind of similar to like I guess a guitar or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about like the it kind of looks like a guitar except it has like the really long neck and then like the
Yeah,
clear bottom?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. And he was saying how him practicing his calligraphy and the music, it actually helped his swordsmanship. And I don't really know how it happens, but I think it just triggers like a part of your brain that like
I'm
you
sure
wouldn't
holding
otherwise
on
use.
really tightly to a pencil is what gives me my grip strength.
Like, yeah, I use pencils all day and I draw all day. I got this grip.
Exactly why.
Yeah. No, I truly believe that. I don't doubt that your skill and your technique and just your level, you're a brown belt. They're I mean, not that your art abilities and your skills and your talent like are the full reasons why, but I think it probably hasn't. Wait, I broke up.
Your pop. Oh,
Did I break
right
up?
there.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay, so it probably does have a major like impact on your jujitsu as far as like
The grip.
skill and
Yeah.
maybe even the grip.
Most definitely the grip.
Okay, so wait, what?
I said most definitely the grip.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're uncomfortable sharing this, no problem, but
I'm not uncomfortable
so
sharing
your
anything. What
experience.
are you talking about? Let's go. The raunchier the
Oh goodness. Okay,
better.
let's do this.
Oh,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right, girl. What is a failure you experienced, either in sports or another area of your life, and how did you?
I heard what is a failure, and then what, like how did it
Oh yeah,
affect my life?
what did you learn?
Yeah, no, sorry, it broke up for a little bit. Okay, failure. Well, I would
I guess
probably
so far in
say,
like your jujitsu or
yeah.
whatever you
Well,
want.
I'd probably say that the biggest failure, or I guess like, yeah, failure. Let's call it a failure that I had to overcome was in Nogi Worlds. This is my first time doing Nogi Worlds, and I was a blue belt. And I really don't remember what year it was, but I was probably like 15 or 14, something like that. And I my second, or no, my third, I think, fight. I I tapped the girl from an armbar. I think it was an armbar, and she tapped, but the ref didn't see. And when I let go, then she started going again, and I stopped. I completely froze. I was like, she tapped, and I looked at the ref, and he just told me to keep going. And like at that moment, first of all, I really wasn't really prepared or in the right mindset for the competition at all. I
Hmm.
wasn't focused. I felt my body tire out really, really quickly, and so I wasn't feeling well at all. And I thought that the fight was over. And for like for the people that compete, you kind of feel yourself, I think, deflate on the inside a little bit after you're done with a fight. Then the resting period comes. It's like you had all these nerves and all this adrenaline, and now it's like time to rest before the next fight. So as soon as I let go of that arm, I was just like, I'm done with the fight. Thank God. Like I'm this much closer to the final, and then I can just keep going.
Yeah.
I won't have to like compete anymore for the day, and my body can rest, and I can just feel better. And the girl kept going, and I ended up losing the fight,
Hmm.
which was really hard. And I got so upset after, and people were like asking the referee to look at the video, and he just refused to look. So that was that, and I got third
Oh, okay.
at the Worlds, but I was just so disappointed, and I felt so crappy that I came in like just not feeling good at all and not in the right mindset, and that whole little incident just put the cherry on top of the cake, and that was probably like one of the bigger,
Yeah.
uh, I guess, failures, and it actually kind of made me um, feel disinclined to go to the Nogi Worlds again because I
Yeah.
thought that wasn't my place, that I didn't feel that comfortable, and
Yeah.
kind of made me shy away from Nogi as well. Well, I don't really enjoy Nogi either
Yeah.
way. It's sweaty and it's like speedy and there's a lot of scrambling and I can't play spider guard, which makes me sad. So that's kind of why I don't like Nogi, but I still do it, so don't criticize.
Yeah.
And um, but yeah, that was my failure. So
Yeah.
not too bad.
Well, did you, is there anything, I mean, I'm really sorry about that. Like, I would probably be just
Oh,
as
no,
disappointed, if
it's
not, I'm
okay.
a big baby too. I mean, not, you're a baby, I'm a big baby.
I'm a
I'm,
baby. Don't worry, I'm 18. I'm a big baby. Let's go. Come on.
I'm a big baby. Like, when I lose something, I'm like, oh, why? But, yeah, I'd be very disappointed. But,
Yeah.
is there anything other than the fact that you're probably not so warm to Nogi right now, but is there anything that you learned from it that you feel that kind of made you grow or helped you grow? Was it maybe just the loss itself, just kind of,
The loss itself,
well, it seems like you should have won, but
the loss itself just kind of, I guess, was a big, um, what would you call it? A lesson, like a big lesson that I shouldn't let um, let like have such a very easygoing outlook when I'm
yeah,
competing, because if something like that were to happen again, I can't just be thinking, oh, it's over, I'm done. I need
yeah,
to get right back in the game, and I need to readjust my focus like instantaneously. So I
yeah,
guess we need to get used to, well, not I guess get used to, but we all need to learn how to deal with failure or loss.
yeah,
And like in competition, it's pretty necessary. Otherwise, I feel like if you don't properly learn how to deal with losing a fight and learning from your mistakes and accepting the fact that you're not like the perfect competitor, that you're not absolutely perfect at jiu-jitsu, and that your technique isn't flawless, then you can't really grow as a
yeah.
or in your game. So
I mean, you still got your brown belt pretty fast, so
yeah,
everything's good.
everything's good.
Um, what is your proudest moment so far in BJJ? We did the failure, but now what's your proudest moment?
Um, I guess my proudest moment was purple belt worlds when I won absolute, because that was the first year I did absolute,
Wow.
and the I lost in my weight to Rachel Gamera, and I eventually fought her in the final, and I won against her in the absolute finals. So it was like a comeback,
Yeah.
and I had I don't know how many people really expected me to win absolute, or how many people expected me to do like as well as I did, but that whole attitude of like I don't really care. I'm just gonna go in and like do whatever I can, and like if that's not good enough, then at least I gave it my all. I think that whole attitude really helped, and the fact that it was kind of reinforced was what makes this win so special. I mean, it's the same with my win in Blue Belt Worlds when I had like my rib popped out and everything.
Yeah.
Uh, like winning when no one really expects you to, or no one really thinks that you're gonna do as well as you do. I think proving people and in a way yourself wrong is like really satisfying. So I guess that's why it would be my favorite.
Awesome. I mean, how does it feel, like, when you're up there, like,
Oh, it
winning a
feels
medal?
amazing. It's like
Right.
I was thinking actually like a month ago. I was like, why do people compete? Why do they put themselves through like this nerve-wracking experience? You have to like cut weight. You have to train extra hard. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears involved. Like, why do people go through with this? It's like a hell. And then I just did the Montreal Abu Dhabi trials, and
Yeah.
after winning, I was like, okay, this is why we do it. It's
Wow.
honestly the greatest feeling.
How was the Montreal trials?
They were good. They were really good.
That's
It was my,
awesome.
my first B competition of the year, so I was excited.
Awesome. How was it like, and you can be like very, you don't have to be too descriptive about this, but like, how is it like competing against like people like, I guess Sijara or even Hanette Stack?
Hmm.
I mean, when you first go into it, what were your thoughts like when you're competing against, I guess, people who, well, first of all, they're older, but just like Hanette Stack, she's more experienced. But how is it like going against her? At least your thoughts going into it, or even during the match.
Yeah. Well, Annette is actually like one of my role models, like one of the people that I look up to in jiu-jitsu, just
Yeah,
because of her game and how calm she is, and how I don't think she puts her business too much out there, kind of like reserved, and I really respect that.
yeah,
And to fight, well, first of all, to learn that she was going to be my first fight was kind of well, it was in a way really awesome because I really wanted to get the opportunity to fight someone as talented as she is, you know.
yeah,
And I'm really glad that I got to have that opportunity. So I was looking at that fight like any other fight. I don't think giving too much credit and not giving enough credit to any opponent is not a good thing. So I just try to look at every fight in a similar way, and
yeah,
I just go into every fight being like, especially with that, like respect your opponent, but don't respect them so much that you essentially give them the win, and just like try to do your best. It sounds really cliche, but yeah, just like try to do your best. And
yeah.
I never really discriminate too much between opponents, so I always come in with a similar mindset.
That's awesome. I think that's the perfect mindset to go into, no matter who you're fighting.
Yeah.
And that's really something that I had to learn too. It's just kind of like, it's kind of like it takes away the focus off of like you thinking about them all the time about whether or not like they're good or bad or
It's
you know
I mean giving saying that your opponent is really good can make you either not give yourself enough credit, in the same way that saying your opponent is not that good can make you relax even more, which is either cases aren't good. Like if you're overconfident going into a fight, you might get like a really jarring surprise later in the fight. Like if a girl is like almost past your guard, you're like, what's happening? Like this isn't supposed to be happening. She's not that good. Like that's not a great way of thinking.
yeah. And then when you're too busy thinking about that and not thinking about like actual technique or
Yeah, or
you
what
know
you're gonna do. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It just promotes panic in the middle of the fight. That nobody wants that, you know.
yeah, that's awesome. That's great for me to hear too. So I will keep that in mind when I'm at Worlds after I'm done braiding your hair and drawing.
Always back to the important stuff.
Always back to the important stuff, yeah. Okay, so while we are talking about that, let's move on to what do you want to see for a woman in BJJ?
I actually, can you like elaborate on the question a little bit,
Oh
like
yeah,
in terms of what?
I guess like um, based on your experience and just you being a brown belt, very close to black. Um, well, it's a one belt close, but like I guess just like based on what you envision when you receive your black belt and when you feel that you're accomplished enough, even at black belt, what do you see yourself, I guess, offering for women or just as a woman? Not to really separate women like
I know
from the
it.
men, but
The question is giving me a lot of pressure right now. Hard to think.
no pressure.
Um, huh. Well, I let's see. A
Because
lot of
I guess go
a
ahead, go ahead.
lot of people ask I think just each other in jiu-jitsu who their main role model is. or like who do they look up to? And I appreciate like a lot of the female fighters, a lot of them. Gabby, Luana, Michelle, Jeanette. I appreciate all their games, like all their techniques, all their accomplishments. Like they're amazing, talented women. But
Yeah.
in the same way, I don't really try to just blindly copy everything they do, and
Yeah.
just so I can be like them. I don't really believe in the idea of like copying exactly what a world champion does so you can yourself become a world champion. I think it's more of like an integration of your own ideas, like finding the training schedule that works for you, finding the game that works for you, finding the diet that works for you. It's everything that works for you, as an individual, and not what works for them. You know.
Yeah.
Like if we tried to follow the path of like any celebrity, we'd all be just a whole bunch of waiters and waitresses sitting
Yep.
around waiting for the big producer to come in, and it's not really realistic. So I think for women in this sport, um, we should really try to focus our energies on ourselves and
Yeah.
try to promote our own inner self-confidence because that's really important, especially if you want to be a competitor. And we should stop focusing on like
The
uh,
image of,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. We should stop focusing on the image. We should stop thinking about, um, girls like in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, like, oh, pink, like cheetah, zebra. Let's try to
Yeah.
like bring girliness into Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Like, no, let's try to just focus on the Jiu Jitsu and not anything else that might come from it. Let's try to focus on the art of the sport and less on looking good in training
Yeah.
or using using the sport as an excuse to find a boyfriend or something like that. Let's just focus more on the sport itself and how it affects us.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. And that is true that because like when you're trying to make when you're trying to bring stuff into the art, like things that like girly, like kind of like material things and things that kind of would take away from the art, then it'll just be like, I guess what
It
you're
it
describing.
seems very fake. It seems like a kind of like a facade.
Yeah.
It feels like, are you? It makes me kind of question like if you promoted um, girls' classes as like the pink, girly, like fun, like da 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 ditzy stuff. Like, what kind of girls would you be bringing into the sport, and what kind of ideas would they have about it? I think that
Yeah.
they would look at it more recreationally than
Yeah.
seriously. They would think of it as a hobby, like a place where you can I guess find like another female community to interact with, like friends and stuff. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's all great, but at the same time, it should also be taken seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, like it kind of, I mean, I totally understand because it's like I too, like honestly, when I started, I was 17 coming out of high school and I'm not really the type of, like I'm not extroverted or I don't really look for attention.
Yeah,
But when I got in, I was kind of like, I guess I wasn't really sure how to treat the art and it was still very surface level. So I would treat it very like, I guess, to just
possible.
as an image thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly. And
yeah.
even though I did truly want to appreciate it, but there was um, a point where I was just kind of like, yeah, I got my sports bra and my gi
Yeah,
and
yeah,
whatever, but it's really more than that. Like that. Sorry, that's my mom. But
yeah.
it is really more than that, and uh, it's like we don't need to worry about taking away or adding girly things to jujitsu.
Yeah.
Just just like doing jujitsu, exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like girls like Luana or Michelle um yeah, maybe they have their goalie points too,
Yeah.
but dude, they're black belts. And like
They know what they're doing.
yeah, they
You know,
truly
they're
know
trying
what they're doing.
I think they're trying to provide a more comfortable atmosphere for any girl looking at the sport, but
Yeah.
at the same time, they're not promoting the brand of girliness within it, you know?
Yeah. That's really true. Okay, so um where do you see yourself in the next 5 years
Oh gosh, this is
in
such a difficult
BJJ?
question. This is like a job interview type question. Oh
I know,
god.
I don't know. I was just like
Well, if we can cut that number down to 3 years, I will see myself hopefully finishing college
yeah.
and then moving on probably either to getting a job
Mhm.
or attending grad school, probably finding a job and then attending grad school. Uh, Also, I see myself competing in worlds as a black belt, hopefully, and also hopefully winning.
Yeah.
It's very cautiously because I don't want to jinx anything. Um, and hopefully not moving up to heavyweight, which with my eating habits seems to be the case. Fingers crossed. No. Middle heaven's where it's at. I'm staying here.
No, no, okay. We'll be watching out for you for sure. Just put like a hammer and nail to your wall
Hmm?
or hammer like many nails onto your wall and
Okay.
like those will be your medals to hang
Okay.
or those will be your
Okay.
medal hangers.
Okay. Because you said
Yeah?
it. I'm doing it because you said it. Only because that.
Okay. You do that and then after you do that and when you get your medals then I'll tell you the story behind that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
While you're braiding my hair.
Well, I'm braiding your hair.
Wonderful. If we
Oh,
hang out, there's gonna be so much braiding to do. You know
I
now, right?
know. My hair's gonna be so long.
Yeah. I expect it to be.
Well, so when you win your medals, I mean, have you ever thought about doing MMA like in the future?
Well, no, I really haven't thought about doing MMA. Here's why: I don't want to get punched in the face. It's
Me
just a
neither.
preference. Honestly, I've been hurt before. I've had surgeries. I've had broken bone. I've had sprained ankles and fingers and toes broken and stuff like that. And it's not fun. It's not fun to be hurt. And I sometimes like for cardio and stuff, I'll do boxing with my
Yeah.
trainer. And it like when I punch, it kind of hurts. So I'm thinking, what does that feel with a thinner mitt and a face? You know, not mitt. I'm sorry, with a thinner glove and a face.
Yeah.
You know, and also getting hit in the face equally terrible. So as just a personal preference, I wouldn't really like to do MMA. I mean, I appreciate it for sure. I like
Yeah.
watching it a lot, and I condone everybody that does it because you guys are amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something for me.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint anyone.
We don't want to mess up Dominika's beautiful Lithuanian goddess.
Is the money maker. You do not mess with the money maker.
The chubby cheeks.
Yeah, the chubby cheeks of awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine how chubby they would be if I got punched and they got swollen. Like the
They
whole
wouldn't
face.
recognize
The
you.
whole face.
Okay, well, yeah, I've heard some stuff about MMA. Like, I appreciate it too. I mean, it's how I got into jiu-jitsu when I would watch UFC, and me too. I didn't care about the punching or anything. I was
Yeah.
like, that ground game is pretty cool.
That's really cool though.
Yeah. But I guess as far as family goes, like, is it? I mean, I don't think it's easy for anybody, but is it easy for you guys to like juggle jujitsu with like family life? Your
Um,
parents supporting you since like at a very young
yeah.
age.
Yeah. Well, my dad is always with me in all my tournaments, coaching me, and he really helps like
Oh,
a ton. Because just not he knows my game. He knows exactly what I play, and he's always given me like really good advice on how to change and how to mix it up a little bit, and on my strategies also. But also when he's coaching, he's really loud, and he hears everything in Lithuanian, so nobody really
nice.
knows like what he's saying, and I do. So my opponent never has to hear what I'm gonna do like before I actually do it. And
Wow.
I guess, of course, it's like hard for the family because when we go out to competitions, then my mom is at home with my little brother, and she
Yeah.
takes time off of work and stuff. But I mean, I'm really grateful for all the sacrifices that they've made for me and like the amount of money they've spent like like supporting me and sponsoring me for like 10 years
Yeah.
of my life in this sport. So I'm really grateful for that. And they find a way to just deal and with everything and sort everything out so that I have an easier time in competition and stuff like that.
Awesome. So does your dad do jujitsu?
I always get asked, and he always gets asked this question too. No, he does not do jiu-jitsu. When he was younger, he used to do martial arts as well, but it wasn't like Japanese style jiu-jitsu. I'm not quite sure what it was like. I'm gonna go ahead and equate it to like Muay Thai and kickboxing type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what he did when he was younger, and everybody asked him because he would come and watch me practice. Everybody at the gym would be like, "Why aren't you doing jiu-jitsu? You should join. Here, take a knee. Just like come on the mat." So I was like, "No, no, like I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too that." But he's like, he knows the moves. He knows what's going on. He's been my drilling partner a few times. So
Wow.
I'm sure he would do well. I'm sure he would do well if he started.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome though to have your dad like as your right hand man, supporting you and speaking to you in Lithuanian during competition. Like,
That's
yeah. Yeah. Lithuanian jiu-jitsu. What about
Lithuanian.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
No, not. No. Too mainstream. Now it's
Yeah. Lithuanian then.
Lithuanian. No one
uh,
even. The funny thing is, like, no one even knows what Lithuania is. They're like, what? Lithuania? Like,
oh
what?
yeah, that too.
Dessert? What?
I wanted to I wanted you to go into that. Like, where is Lithuania? And I
Oh, I
actually
can.
have heard of Lithuania.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. But it's
That
just like I heard of
you
the name.
have like intricate geography. You know where things are.
Yeah. Wait,
Lithuania.
what?
Uh, oh, sorry. Did you want me to go into Lithuania?
Or well, I mean, did you grow up in Lithuania or
Yeah, I mean, I came here when I was 6 or 7, so
okay.
I did kind of grow up in there. But
Cool. I'm sorry, is that in Europe or
it
it's in
is.
Europe, right?
It's Eastern Europe. It's got borders with like Poland, Belarus, Estonia.
Okay. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Dang. Do they have jiu-jitsu there? Do you know?
They do, but it's definitely not as widespread as it is here because the population is only like 1.5 million people.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
kind of a small country, and their jiu-jitsu is not as pronounced.
Okay, cool. Do you see yourself like doing anything out there, like I guess professionally or career-wise, like
Not
with a gym
not
or even doing seminars?
well. I mean, I have done a couple of seminars in Lithuania during the summers,
Oh
and
wow, okay.
It's been pretty cool just to see like how many guys actually come out and show up and like listen to me teach. But I don't really see myself going off and doing much of anything in Lithuania, just because I feel like I'm pretty Americanized now, and I
Yeah,
like it here, and I think my education would be more useful here, and I think I'd have an easier time getting a job
yeah,
and just supporting myself better here.
definitely. Yeah. That is so cool. Like, listen to me. I'm like 18 years old and
Guys, listen to me. Listen to the 18-year-old. I've got everything together.
look at
Every-
my hair.
yeah, look at my hair. It's perfect. Everything together. Everything.
Dang.
Dang.
You're
Indeed.
seriously you're seriously accomplished. Like, don't ever, I'm sure you don't, but don't ever downplay that. I think you've accomplished so much.
Oh.
And, like, seriously, you could, like, start a blog and, like, tons of people will follow you.
I mean, like, I feel like that's the thing to do nowadays. Start a blog. Everyone start a blog. Everyone. It's ridiculous. Like, the white belt blog. Like,
I
road to
don't know.
or something like that. Like, I mean, yeah, like, go make your blog. Like, as long as you're serious about it and you don't make a joke of it and you're not, like, I don't know, constantly posting things that have nothing to do with anything and just annoy people.
Yeah.
But I never really thought of writing a blog. I mean, I feel like it's too much work to
Yeah,
me.
you got your art and you got your
I have my
jujitsu.
hands full at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to
You
become an astronaut for
got
sure.
your hair.
My hair. So many things. So many things.
Okay, well, like I said, I think we're already getting to like an hour,
I feel like it's
so I don't
been
even know.
more than an hour. I
Hello?
think it's been like almost an hour and a half. No? Almost.
Dang. Well, there was a lot of great stuff that I'm sure people will get from what you have to say, Dominica. Like, seriously, I mean, I got so much. And, like, seriously, you
Wow.
have accomplished a lot. And I can only see so many more opportunities and accomplishments in your future. Um, I'm sounding like I'm gonna like never talk to you again.
Oh no, we have a date already. Remember, you're braiding my hair, I'm braiding yours. We're drawing worlds. See,
Yeah.
you got that done already. Don't forget about that. I'm holding you to it.
Oh, one more thing. So you can bring a guest, I said, right? But do you want to? That's
Hold on, you broke up a little bit. I'm sorry. That was probably a big thing, and
I said
couldn't hear it.
no, I said you could bring a guest, but it's up
I
to
can bring
you.
a guest. Okay.
I think so.
Oh wait, you know what you haven't seen yet? Hold on one second. I'll
Okay.
BRB. This. I didn't even unveil it to you. This is the guest that I'll be bringing. Okay.
Wow.
It's fantastic. It's
Is
so fun.
is it a he or a
We have
she?
parties. Great conversation starter.
Is it a he or a she?
It's it's androgynous. It's androgynous
Wow.
because everybody deserves to be a unicorn at some time.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It smells really
Hey
bad.
there.
It smells really bad. I'm putting it away. It smells. It's like it's made out of latex, and it makes the whole room smell like latex. So I put it in my closet and just leave it
Nice. Well, that was your guest. Wow. That was a wonderful guest, and
there.
he, she, androgynous was wow.
Spectacular.
Highlight of the video. Highlight of this interview.
Absolutely. I feel like people are gonna be like the people that watch the whole hour and a half of this video. are gonna be like, yo, dude, just like fast forward to the end. There's like a unicorn there somewhere. Like, this is a jujitsu interview?
We'll title this like Unicorn Jujitsu.
Absolutely. Totally.
One moment. Let me just pick up my iPad really quick.
Pick it up.
And there you go. Okay. All right. So, Dominyka, I truly feel that you have been rendered invincible with because I'm very Christian, and I'm so into faith, but I truly
I'm pretty
feel
Christian too, no worries.
nice. Well, I truly feel that you've been rendered invincible by God to at such a young age to show people that it's possible to accomplish your dreams and your goals, no matter who you are, what age you are, what you do, whether you're a unicorn or
I really like that. I really
sorry,
do.
I just had to do that. Anyways. But what is one action that it's good to give people like an action?
Mm-hmm.
So what's one action that you would like people to take today? I guess two. Yeah.
Concerning like jujitsu and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think about this. I guess the biggest action would be, well, not the biggest action, but I guess attitude adjustment would be an okay term to use.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Stop holding yourself back. Because I know a lot of people that are always like, oh, like, I'm so upset that I didn't start this at a younger age. I'm so upset at this. I'm so upset at that. And it's like, well, the situation that you're at, like, you can do wonders. You don't have to think, like, limit yourself or tell yourself that you can't be good enough because of X, Y, and Z. Like, there are many people in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that started really late, like in their 30s or their like late 20s, well, late in Jiu-Jitsu years,
Yeah.
and are amazing. They're world champions now, and they've done so much with their lives. And I think people need to kind of get over any of the kind of humps that they put in the road to success and glory for themselves. They just need to kind of, like I always tell myself, that if you believe hard enough that you can do it, you can absolutely do it and then some. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's the mindset that more people should have.
That's great. I agree with that. I think mindset is where to start first, because that affects everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks so much, Dominyka. That was a great interview.
Thank you so much. It was great to finally meet you.
You too.
Seriously.
Virtual handshake.
Okay. Virtual high five, because I can slowly I don't see where your hand's coming, but I'm just gonna slowly approach the camera.
I'm gonna
Okay. Yeah, it worked. Okay.
Yay! All right, so we are done. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. I'm sure you did. Dominyka, is there any way for people to, I guess, reach you would you like people to reach you in a certain way, like through email or even just keep up with you?
If anyone wants to contact me, you can always look me up on Facebook. I guess you can use this email that I just newly created for this specific purpose. Well, that's really difficult. You know, it's my last name and D.
Yeah.
Obelenyte at Gmail. I'm sure no one's going to use it. It's too complicated. Just contact me on Facebook.
All right, you guys. Contact her on Facebook and have her teach a bunch of old men how to do jiu-jitsu.
And how to be unicorns.
how to be unicorns.
I mean, that's the underlying message behind all of this, isn't it?
Most important. Wait, can you repeat that again?
I said, to become a unicorn is the underlying message of all of this.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Get a
Exactly.
latex unicorn head.
Smells really bad.
No, that is the reason why you're so good at jiu-jitsu. Now I know.
Definitely. Latex poisoning.
Okay, well, we are done. So we are gonna get off air now. And if you guys want to stay tuned for more interviews, stick to this YouTube channel and go to renderedinvincible.wordpress.com. And you'll get more awesome interviews and watch this interview again. All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, wait, how do you do this?
Wait, I can't turn it off. Okay.
I'm sorry, we're just kidding.